Good morning, dear students. Today I will start a new chapter, Maxima and Minima. Let us consider the graph of the function y equal to fx in its domain D. Clearly, we can see the value of the function is maximum at the point x equal to a2. At a2, this length is a maximum, value of the function is maximum. If we consider the graph of the given function, we can see the value of the function is maximum at x equal to a2 and minimum at x equal to a5. So we say at x equal to a2 the function has maximum value and the maximum value is this length f of a2. Again we say the function has a minimum value at x equal to a5 and the minimum value is f of a5, that is this length. So if we consider the whole graph of the function from this point to this point, the function has a maximum value at a2 and minimum value at a5. This is called the greatest value of the function or absolute maximum value of the function. This is called the least value of the function or absolute minimum value of the function. Now if we consider a small interval, suppose a3 to a5, if we consider this interval, then in this interval the function has maximum value at x equal to a4. If we consider this interval between a1 and a3, the function has a maximum value at x equal to a2. So here if we consider this interval only, in that case a2 will be called local maximum value. Local maximum value means maximum value in a particular interval, not for the whole graph, only for this interval. If we consider this interval only, a3 to a5, in this interval you can see the function has a maximum value at a4 for this interval only. So we say a4 is a point of local maxima. This is point of local maxima and the local maximum value is a4. Similarly, if we consider the whole graph, then this is the minimum value. The function has a minimum value. This is the least value of the function. But if we consider this interval only, a2 to a4, in this interval the function has a minimum value. In between a2 and a4, the function has a minimum value at x equal to a3. We say the function has a local minima at x equal to a3. Similarly, if we consider this interval only a4 to a6, the function has a minimum value. In between a4 and a6, the function has a minimum value at x equal to a5. We say the function has a local minima at x equal to a5. Now I will write this as definition. So maximum value of a function is defined in this way. Let fx be a function with domain D, which is subset of R, with real domain D. Then fx is said to attain a maximum value at a point A if f of x is less than equal to f of a. That means fa is greatest, fa is largest. Fx is said to attain a maximum value at a point A belongs to D if f of x is less than equal to fa. For all x belongs to D, I have drawn the graph again. You can see in this graph it will be clear. You can see the value of the function is greatest at x equal to a. That is f of a is largest. There is no point in the graph at which the value of the function is more than fa. So you can say here x equal to a is a point of maxima and f of a is always greater than or equal to, at some point it may be equal to f of x, but f of a is always greater than equal to all fx. Okay, here x equal to a is called the maximum value or greatest value of the function, greatest value of the function. Similarly, we define the minimum value of a function. Let fx be a function with domain D subset of R. Then fx is said to attain a minimum value at a point A if f of a is less than equal to fx. That means value of the function at x equal to a is less than all other values of fx. Fa is the minimum. Okay, here I have drawn the graph of a function y equal to fx, and you can see easily the function has a minimum value at x equal to a. Here we have considered the whole graph, that is the graph of the function in the domain D, in its domain D. So at x equal to a, the function has a minimum value, and this is called the least value of the function or absolute minimum value of the function. Next, I have written the definition of local maximum value. A function fx is said to attain a local maximum. Local maximum means maximum in a particular interval at x equal to a if there exists a neighborhood a minus h, a plus h of a such that f of x is less than fa for all x belongs to a minus h, a plus h. Now in the graph of y equal to fx, in this graph you can see that suppose this is the point x equal to a. If we consider a neighborhood containing the point x equal to a, suppose if we consider a small interval containing the point x equal to a minus h, a plus h. Now in this interval, the value of the at x equal to a, the value of the function is greatest for this interval only. Okay, so here x equal to a is a point of local maxima. Local maxima means maximum in a small interval, in a particular interval, not for whole graph. This is the local maxima. Okay, next, local minimum value. A function fx is said to attain a local minimum value at x equal to a if there exists a neighborhood a minus h, a plus h of a, that is a neighborhood containing the point a such that f of a is less than fx for all x belongs to the interval a minus h, a plus h. Now in the graph you can see that if we consider a small interval containing the point a, that is suppose a minus h and a plus h, if we consider this interval, now in this interval the value of the function is minimum at x equal to a. Between these 2 points in this interval, the value of the function is minimum. This is, so we say the function has local minima at x equal to a. Local minima means in minimum value in a small interval containing that point, not for whole domain. The value at which the value of the function is minimum for whole domain is called absolute minima, the least value of the function. But if we consider a small interval, in that interval the smallest value of the function is called the local minimum value of the function. Here I have written one note. The points at which a function attains either the local maximum value or local minimum value are known as extreme points. The points where a function has local maximum value or local minimum value are called extreme points, and both local maximum and local minimum values are called extreme values of fx. Now if we consider the graph of the function y equal to fx, suppose here this is the point x equal to a, and if we consider a small interval containing this x equal to a, if we consider a small interval, now in this interval in between these 2 points the value of the function is maximum at x equal to a. So the function has local maxima at x equal to a. Similarly, if we consider a small interval containing x equal to b, if we consider a small interval containing x equal to b from this point to this point, if we consider this small interval, the value of the function is minimum at x equal to b. So x equal to b is a point of local minima. All these points x equal to a, x equal to b, x equal to c, x equal to d, etc. are called extreme points. And these values at x equal to a, the function has local maxima, and the local maximum value is this length f of a. This length is f of a, which is called extreme value of the function. At x equal to b, the function has local minima, and this length is the local minimum value, and this is called extreme. This is also local maximum value or local minimum value. All are called the extreme values of the function. Now you can see at the points where a function has at x equal to a, the function has local maxima, at x equal to b, the function has local minima. Now what is the speciality of these points? At x equal to a, if we draw tangent to the curve, the tangent will be parallel to x-axis. At x equal to b, if we draw tangent to the curve, the tangent will be parallel to x-axis. At x equal to c, if we draw tangent to the curve, the tangent will be parallel to x-axis. So at x equal to a, at x equal to b, at x equal to c, dy by dx or f dash x must be equal to 0. So this is the necessary condition, and I have written it in the form of a theorem. The necessary condition for a function to have local maxima or local minima, that is x equal to local minima at a point x equal to a, that is x equal to a will be an extreme point, or a function will have maxima or minima at a point x equal to a if the f dash x is 0 at x equal to a, that is f dash a equal to 0 if exists. This is also very important point, if exists, and why I have written this, I am coming to that. And so this is a very, very important theorem. Suppose a function has local maxima. A function has local maxima at x equal to a, then f dash x, if exists, this is important, if exists, must be 0 at x equal to a. Same is the case for local minimum value also. If a function fx has a local minima at x equal to a, then f dash x at that point must be 0 if it exists. If its value exists, then its value must be 0. So at a point where a function has, at a point at x equal to a, at x equal to b, at x equal to c, at a point where a function has local maximum value or local minimum value, f dash x must be 0. This is necessary condition, but not sufficient. Not sufficient means, suppose at a point x equal to a, at a point x equal to a, suppose at a point x equal to a, f dash x equal to 0, value of the function f dash x is 0. It does not mean that the function has maximum value or minimum value at that point. See the difference. At a point x equal to c, the function has local maximum value. So f dash c must be 0. If exists, then f dash c must be 0. But if f dash c equal to 0, conversely, if I say f dash c equal to 0, value of f dash x at x equal to c, that is if f dash c equal to 0, it does not mean that the function has local maxima or local minima at that point. I will explain this with an example, but let me now explain why I have written if exists. Now let us consider the graph of fx equal to modulus of x. From the graph, it is clear that the function has a minimum value at this point. This point means x equal to 0. The function has a minimum value at x equal to 0, and the minimum value is also 0. Now we know that fx equal to modulus of x is not differentiable at x equal to 0. So although this function is not differentiable at x equal to 0, the function has a minimum value at x equal to 0. So it implies a function may have maximum value or minimum value at a point where its derivative does not exist. At a particular point, say x equal to a, the graph of the function may be this. This is the graph is sharp edge at x equal to a, sharp edge at x equal to a, that means derivative of the function does not exist at x equal to a, but it has a maximum value at that point. So at a particular point the function may have maximum value or minimum value where its derivative does not exist. But if derivative exists, suppose for a function, if at a point the function has maximum value and derivative exists, then the value of the derivative at that point must be 0. If derivative exists, then value must be 0, or there may be some point where derivative does not exist but the function may have maxima or minima at that point. Next, going back to this theorem, the necessary condition for a function to have a local maxima or local minima at a point x equal to a is f dash x equal to 0 at that point. So if a function has local maxima or local minima, the value of f dash x must be 0. But this is the necessary condition. Necessary condition means it does not mean that if a function has, if f dash x at a particular point 0, then the function has maxima or minima at that point. I am explaining this with the help of an example. Let us consider the graph of fx equal to x cube. This is the graph of fx equal to x cube. The value of f dash x is 3x square, and x at x equal to 0, the value of derivative is also 0. At x equal to 0, the value of derivative is 0. Although f dash x is 0 at x equal to 0, at this point value of f dash x is 0, the function has neither maxima nor minima, because you can see this is not the point of maxima, maxima is somewhere else, minimum is somewhere else. So this is not the point of maxima nor the point of minima. So what we get? If a function has local maxima at x equal to a, then f dash x must be 0 if exists. If a function has local minima at x equal to b, then f dash x at x equal to b must be 0 if exists. But the converse is not true. At a particular point, suppose at x equal to a, at this point value of derivative is 0. It does not mean that the function has a maxima or minima at x equal to a. So this is the necessary condition. For a function to have maxima or minima at a particular point, derivative must be 0. But derivative at a point 0 does not mean that the function has maxima or minima at that point. So you have to remember this. This is the necessary condition. This is the necessary condition, but not sufficient. Derivative 0 does not mean that the function has maxima or minima at that point. But if the function has maxima at a point, then or minima at a point, then derivative must be 0. Now I want to explain how to find point of local maxima or local minima, and also with that how to find local maximum value or minimum value of the function. This is the first method, which is called first derivative test, to find local maxima or local minima. Maxima is the plural form of maximum value of a function. Minima means this is also plural form of minimum value of a function. I have written a working rule, that means how to proceed, how we should proceed to find the maximum value or minimum value of a function. Let y equal to fx be any given function. So suppose y equal to fx is any given function. Our first step will be to find f dash of x. Our next step will be to solve f dash x equal to 0. This will give us the stationary points. To solve f dash x equal to 0, and let this equation may have one solution, two solution, more than two solutions, any finite number of solutions. Let x equal to a be one of the solutions. So after solving f dash x equal to 0, and from that we have collected one value. Suppose x equal to a is one of the solutions. Next, third step, to find f dash x, the values of f dash x at the points 1 just less than a, and at a point just greater than a. So greater than a. So our step 3 will be to find values of f dash x at two different points, one just less than a and one just greater than a. So what we have done so far, you can see, suppose fx is a given function. First step to find f dash x, next step to find f dash x equal to 0. Suppose x equal to a is one of the solutions. Suppose x equal to a is a solution of f dash x. We will take 2 points, one just less than a. Suppose a equal to 5, then we take 4.9 and 5.1. We will take two values, one just less than a and other just greater than a. And at these 2 points, we will check the value of f dash x, rather I must say the sign of f dash x. Now we will write the conclusion. Now at this point, which is just less than a, at this point, if sign of f dash x is positive, f dash x positive means fx is increasing, fx is increasing. At x equal to a, f dash x is 0. At x equal to 0. Suppose at this point sign of f dash x is positive, and at this point sign of f dash x is negative. So that means to left hand side f dash x is positive means fx is increasing, and to the right hand side of this fx is decreasing. So in that case x equal to a will be point of maxima. Or suppose this is the point x equal to a, we have taken 2 points, one just less than a, other just more than a. Now suppose at this point sign of f dash x is negative. Negative means f dash x negative means fx is decreasing. And at this point suppose sign of f dash x is positive. That means to the right hand side of x equal to a, the function is positive means f dash x positive means fx is increasing. So to the left hand side f dash x negative means decreasing, to the right hand side it is increasing, f dash x is positive, negative, positive. So x equal to a will be point of minima. So this is the way how we check. Now if f dash x does not change sign, suppose x is the point x equal to a, we have taken 2 points, one just less than a, one just more than a. Suppose at this point sign of f dash x is positive. Positive means fx is increasing. Okay, and at this point also f dash x is positive. That means the graph will be like this. To the left hand side it is increasing, to the right hand side fx is increasing. So x equal to a is neither a point of maxima nor a point of minima. In such case we say x equal to a is point of inflection, where f dash x is 0 but it does not have maxima or minima at that point. So now I will write conclusion. First conclusion A, you can see here, to the left hand side f dash sign of f dash x is positive. You can see step 3 again, to find f dash x, the value of f dash x at the points, so one just less than a, other just more than a. At these 2 points we will find the sign of f dash x, and if f dash x changes sign from positive, in the left hand side it is positive, to negative as x increases through a, if as x increases through a, 4.9, 5, 5.1, as x increases through 5, f dash x changes sign from positive to negative, increasing to decreasing, then x equal to a is a point of local maxima. and the local maximum value will be, local maximum value is this f of a, and the local maximum value is fa. Next, conclusion 2. Next, our second conclusion, if f dash x changes sign from negative to positive, you can say negative to positive, decreasing to increasing. If f dash x changes sign from negative to positive as x increases through a, then x equal to a is a point of local minima, and the local minimum value will be f of a. One more conclusion is left. The third point is, if f dash x does not change sign as x increases through a, then fx has neither maxima. Suppose this is the point x equal to a, to the x equal to a, to the left hand side suppose f dash x is positive, to the right hand side also it is positive. That means to the left hand side the function is increasing, and to the right hand side also the function is increasing. So x equal to a is has neither maxima, fx is neither maxima, local maxima, nor local minima at x equal to a. Positive to positive or negative to negative, decreasing to decreasing. So if f dash x does not change sign as x increases through x, as x increases through a 4.955.1, as x increases through a, f dash x does not change sign. The left hand side it is increasing and the right hand side also it is increasing. Then fx is neither maxima nor minima. Such point here x equal to a is called the point of inflection. That is a point where derivative is equal to 0 but the function has neither maxima nor minima. Okay, this is the second method to find the point of local maxima or local minima or the maximum comma minimum values. Generally we use second derivative test to find the point of local maxima or local minima. Here I am writing the working rule, that means how to proceed to find the point of local maxima or local minima. Suppose y equal to fx is any given function. Step 1, our first step will be like previous one, like first derivative test. We have to find f dash x. This is the first step. Our next step will be to solve f dash x equal to 0, which will give us the stationary points. Next step, to solve f dash x equal to 0, let x equal to a be one of the solutions. This equation may have more than one solution. I have taken one of the solution. Let x equal to a be one of the solutions. Our next step, to find f double dash x and to put x equal to a to get the value of f double dash a. Next I will write the conclusion one by one. Conclusion 1, if f double dash a is less than 0, then the function has local maxima at x equal to a. If f double dash a is negative, the function has local maxima at x equal to a. Next, if f double dash a is greater than 0, then the fx has local minima at x equal to a, and if f double dash a is equal to 0, then we use the first derivative test to confirm whether the function has maxima or minima at this point. Then we use first derivative test to check whether fx has maxima or minima at x equal to a. So if f double dash a equal to 0, here I have to write, if f double dash a is greater than 0, then fx has the local minima. If f double dash a is negative, then fx has local maxima. And if f double dash a equal to 0, then we use the first derivative test to check whether the function has maxima or minima at x equal to a. So this is the working rule. This is how we have to proceed to find maximum value or minimum value of a function. Let us solve one problem. Let us start with a simple question. Find the local maximum, local minimum values if exists for the function fx equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 9x minus 8. Generally, we use second derivative test. So our first step will be to find f dash x. F dash x is 3x square minus 12x plus 9. Our next step will be to solve f dash x equal to 0. So 3x square minus 12x plus 9 equal to 0. Dividing by 3, we get x square minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. If we factorize and solve, we will get x equal to 1, 3. These are two stationary points, 1 and 3. At these 2 points, the function may have maximum value, may have minimum value, or may have nothing. Now our next step will be to find f double dash x. F double dash x is 6x minus 12. These are f double dash x. Now one by one, what we have to do? First we will put x equal to 1. We have to find values of f dash x at x equal to 1 and at x equal to 3. Let us start with x equal to 1. Now f double dash 1 is equal to, you can see 6 minus 12 is minus 6, which is less than 0. Implies fx has maxima, local maxima at x equal to 1. The value of the function is maximum at x equal to 1. And what is the maximum value? For that we have to put x equal to 1 here, f of 1. So fx has maximum at x equal to 1 and the maximum value is f of 1. If we put x equal to 1 here, we will get f of 1 equal to minus 4, which is the maximum value of the function. Next, there is one more stationary point, x equal to 3. So you have to find f double dash 3. F double dash 3 equal to 6, which is positive, implies fx has minima at x equal to 3. X equal to 3. And the minimum value is f of 3, which is equal to, you can see f of 3 equal to 27 plus 27, 54 minus 54. These 3 terms will get cancelled, so answer will be minus of 8. F of 3 equal to minus of 8. So this is the minimum value, that is local minimum value of the function at x equal to 3. The function has local maxima at x equal to 1 and local maximum value is minus 4. The function has local minima at x equal to 3 and the local minimum value is minus 8. Our next question is to show the local maximum value of fx is less than the local minimum value, where fx is the function fx equal to x plus 1 by x. What we have to show? Local maximum value is less than local minimum value. That means local maximum value can be less than local minimum value. So let us start with the given function. We know how to proceed. This is the given function x plus 1 by x. First step, we have to find f dash x. It will be 1 minus 1 by x square. Next step, we have to solve f dash x equal to 0. We will get to 1 minus 1 by x square equal to 0. So 1 by x square equal to 1, so x equal to plus minus 1, 1 and minus 1. Next step, we have to find f double dash x. F double dash x is, it will be 0 plus 2 by x cube. Next, now 1 by 1 we have to put x equal to 1 and x equal to minus 1 to check whether at this point the function is maxima or minima. Now f double dash 1, if we put x equal to 1, f double dash 1 will be 2, which is positive, implies fx has local minima. As it is positive, local minima at x equal to 1, and the local minimum value is, the local minimum value is, you can see this is the fx. We have to put x equal to 1 here, value of the function at x equal to 1. The function is the minima at x equal to 1 at this point. So f of 1 will be 1 plus 1, which is 2. Is f of 1 is equal to 2. Next, again our next point is x equal to minus 1. Again f double dash minus 1 will be 2 by minus 1 whole cube, so it's equal to minus of 2, implies fx has maxima, local maxima at x equal to minus 1, and the local maximum value is, at x equal to minus 1 the function has a maxima, and the local maximum value, you can see f of minus 1 will be minus 1 minus 1, which is minus 2, f of minus 1, which is equal to minus 2. So ultimately you can see the local maximum value is minus 2, local minimum value is plus 2, and therefore local maximum value for this function, local maximum value is less than local minimum value. Now if we draw the graph of a function in this way, suppose you can see this function has the local maxima at this point at x equal to a. The function has the local maxima at x equal to, because in this interval this is the maximum. Now you can see the function has the local minimum value at x equal to, suppose this is graph of y equal to fx, the function has the local minima at x equal to d. The function, if we consider a small interval in containing this point, the function has local minima at x equal to d. The function has local maxima at x equal to a, local minima at x equal to d, and you can easily see the local minimum value is more than local maximum value. So this can happen, local minimum value can be more than local maximum value. Okay, so these were some example of maxima and minima. In the next class, I will explain how to find maximum, minimum value of a function in a given interval, and also I will solve word problems. But first of all, go through the idea, the definitions, what I have explained today. These are very important, but simple concept, but very important. So that's all for today. Thank you.